Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Suratul Zumar. Al-Zumar, the companies in the Muhammad Ali translation. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The revelation of the book is from Allah, the Mighty, the Wise. Surely we have revealed to thee the book with truth. So serve Allah, being sincere to Him in obedience. Now surely sincere obedience is due to Allah, and those who choose protectors besides Him, we serve them only that they may bring us nearer to Allah. Surely Allah will judge between them in that which they differ. Surely Allah guides not him who is a liar, ungrateful. If Allah desired to take a son to Himself, He could have chosen those who pleased out of those whom He created. Glory be to Him. He is Allah, the One, the Subduer. He has created the heavens and the earth with truth. He makes the night cover the day, and makes the day overtake the night, and He has made the sun and the moon subservient. Each one moves on to an assigned term. Now surely He is the Mighty, the Forgiver. He created you from a single being, then made its mate of the same, and He sent down for you 8 of the cattle in pairs. He creates you in the wombs of your mothers. Creation after creation, in triple darkness, and that is Allah, your Lord. His is the kingdom, and there is no God but He. How are you then turned away? If you are ungrateful, then surely Allah is above need of you, and He likes not the ungratefulness in His servants. And if you are ungrateful, He likes it. And if you are grateful, He likes it for you, and no bearer of a burden will bear another's burden. Then to your Lord is your return, and He will inform you of what you did. Surely He is knower of what is in the breasts. See, like all these verses, there's character traits and all sorts of stuff that God doesn't like, but it's what's in you. But your gratefulness, the goodness in you. So that, two-sided response is important to consider in the other verses that address those things. And when distress afflicts a man, he calls on his Lord, turning to Him. Then when He grants him a favor from Him, he forgets that for which he called upon Him before, and sets up rivals to Allah, that He may cause to stray from His path. Say, enjoin thine ungratefulness for a little. Surely thou art of the companions of the fire. Is he who is obedient during hours of the night, prostrating. Remember the gender-neutral aspect of the masculine form. We are not calling God male. We're not calling God female. We're not calling God both. We're addressing the males and the females by this text, by this whole text. Is he who is obedient during hours of the night, prostrating him? Is he who is obedient during hours of the night, prostrating himself and standing, taking care of the hereafter and hoping for the mercy of his Lord? Say, are those who know and those who know not alike, only men of understanding mind? Say, O my servants, who believe, keep your duty to your Lord. For those who do good in this world is good, and Allah's earth is spacious. Truly the steadfast will be paid their reward without measure. Say, I am commanded to serve Allah, being sincere to Him in obedience, and I am commanded to be the first of those who submit. Obviously, each prophet, the first Muslim, the first of al-Muslimin in each nation, is of course the prophet that is sent to it. Say, I fear if I disobey my Lord the chastisement of a grievous day. Say, Allah I serve, being sincere to him in my obedience. Serve then what you will besides him. Say the losers surely are those who lose themselves and their people on the day of resurrection. Now surely that is the manifest loss. Now I forgot about 39:15 being a thing of religious tolerance and freedom. But, it's clear enough. We really don't need any more than any one of the passages for the issue to be clear. But it's said in different ways to make sure that people get the point. They shall have coverings of fire above them, and coverings beneath them. With that Allah makes his servants to fear, so keep your duty to me, O my servants. And those who eschew the worship of the idols and turn to Allah, for them is good news, so give good news to my servants who listen to the word, then follow the best of it. Such are they whom Allah has guided, and such are the men of understanding. He against whom the sentence of chastisement is due, canst thou save him who is in the fire? But those who keep their duty to their Lord, for them are high places, above them higher places, milt wherein rivers flow. The promise of Allah fails not in his promise. Seest thou not that Allah sends down water from the clouds, then makes it go down into the earth in springs, then brings forth therewith herbage of various hues, then it withers so that thou seest it turn yellow, and he makes it chaff. Surely there is a reminder for this in men of understanding. Is he whose breast Allah has opened to Islam, so that he follows a light from his Lord. So woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. Surely such are in clear error. Allah has revealed the best announcement, a book consistent, repeating, whereat do shudder the skins of those who fear their Lord, and their skins and their hearts soften to Allah's remembrance. And this is Allah's guidance. He guides whom he pleases, and he whom Allah leaves in error, there is no guide for him. The sensual and psychiatric highs of worship with the scripture, things that hit you unexpectedly. This is something that I experience with Qur'an, both in reading and in the prayer. And of course, I'm talking about the Arabic more than anything else, but I do find movement with the themes and such, the translations. And as opposed to, and another point that is important to draw from verse 23 there is the idea of the consistency. You look at poets, you look at scholars. Is all their work consistent? Yes, they should correct themselves and try to better themselves as they go over or get older, but you don't find two parts of the Quran that, this is the case now. It is then he who has to guard himself with his own person against the evil chastisement on the resurrection day, and it will be said to the iniquitous, taste what you earned, and those before them denied, so the chastisement came to them from whence they perceived not, so Allah made them taste disgrace in this world's life, and certainly the chastisement of the hereafter is greater. Did they but know? And certainly we have set forth for humanity in this Qur'an similitudes of every sort, that they may mind. I mean to say humanity and people and that sort of thing more often when it says men, because when it refers to all humanity, but keep that in mind. an Arabic Qur'an without any crookedness, that they may guard against evil. That's not to say you can't understand the message in translation, but the claims about the Qur'an are about what's revealed itself, not the versions of translations later. So if you have any question that arises because of a translation, ask the person presenting the translation, or someone who can refer to the Arabic. Allah sets forth a parable of men belonging to partners, differing with one another, and a man wholly devoted to one man. Are the two alike in condition? Praise be to Allah. Nay, most of them know not. Surely thou wilt die, and they will die. Then surely on the day of resurrection you will contend one with another before your Lord. Who is then more unjust than he who utters a lie against Allah and denies the truth when it comes to him? Is there not in hell an abode for the disbelievers? And he who brings the truth and accepts the truth, such are the dutiful, and they shall have with their Lord what they please. Such is the reward of the doers of good, and that Allah may ward off from them the worst of what they did, and give them their reward for the best of what they did. Is not Allah sufficient for his servant? And they seek to frighten thee with those besides him, and whomsoever Allah leaves in error there is no guide for him, and whom Allah guides there is none that can lead him astray. Is not Allah mighty, the Lord of retribution? And if thou ask them, who created the heavens and the earth, and they will say Allah, say, see you then that those you call upon besides Allah, would they, if Allah desires to afflict me with harms, remove his harm, or if he desire to show me mercy, couldn't they withhold his mercy? Say Allah is sufficient for me, on him do the reliant rely. Say, O my people, work in your place, surely I am a worker, so you will come to know. Who is it to whom there comes a chastisement abasing him, and on whom falls a lasting chastisement? Surely we have revealed to thee the book with truth for humanity, so whoever follows the right way, it is for his own soul, and whoever errs, he errs only to its detriment, and thou art not a custodian over them. Allah takes souls at the time of their death, and those that die not during sleep. Then he withholds those on whom he has passed the decree of death, and sends others back till an appointed term. Surely there are signs in this for a people who reflect. Or take they intercessors besides Allah? Say what? Even though they control not, nor do they understand. Say Allah's is the intercession altogether. His is the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. Then to him you will be returned. And when Allah alone is mentioned, the hearts of those who believe not in the hereafter shrink. And when those besides him are mentioned, lo, they are joyful. And I've seen something, not just the mention of God too, but I've seen mention of, you can use anything. But some people, it's only the Qur'an, or only what Muhammad said, or something like that. Anything else spiritual, you can say the exact same stuff, and some people are fine with it. But it's from Qur'an, even if they don't know it's from Qur'an. There's something in people, or they don't know what it is sometimes. But obviously the mention of the hereafter and God and something, you can, any concept of good. Oh, he mentioned God. Say, O Allah, originator of the heavens and the earth, nor the unseen and the seen. And thou judgest between thy servants as to that wherein they differ, and had those who do wrong all that is in the earth, and the like of it with it, they would certainly offer it as a ransom from the evil of the chastisement on the day of resurrection, and what they never thought of shall become plain to them from the law, and the evil of what they wrought will become plain to them, and that which they mocked at will beset them. So when harm afflicts man, he calls upon us. Then when we gave him a boon from us, he says, I have been given it only by means of knowledge. Nay, it is a trial, but most of them know not. Those before them did say it indeed, but what they earned availed them not. So there befell them the evil of which they had earned. And those who are unjust from among these, there shall befall them the evil which they earn, and they shall not escape. Know they not that a law gives ample Know they not that a law gives ample substance to whom he pleases, and he straightens? Surely there are signs in this for a people who believe. Say, O my servants, who have been prodigal regarding their souls, despair not of the mercy of Allah. Surely Allah forgives sins altogether. He is indeed the forgiving, the merciful. And turn to your Lord and submit to him before chastisement comes to you. Then you will not be helped, and follow the best that has been revealed to you from your Lord before chastisement comes to you all of a sudden, while you perceive not, lest a soul should say, Oh, woe is me, that I fell short of my duty to Allah, and surely I was of those who laughed to scorn. Or it should say, had Allah guided me, I should have been dutiful. Or it should say, when it sees the chastisement, had I another chance, I should be a doer of good. My communications came to thee, but thou didst reject them, and wast proud, and was of the disbelievers, and on the day of resurrection thou wilt see those who lied against the law, their faces will be blackened. Is there not in hell an abode for the proud? And Allah delivers those who keep their duty with their achievement. Evil touches them not, nor do they grieve. Allah is the creator of all things, and he has charge over everything. His are the treasures of the heavens and the earth. And those who disbelieve in the messages of Allah, such are the losers. Say, do you bid me to serve others than Allah, O ye ignorant ones? And certainly it has been revealed to thee, and to those before thee, if thou associate, thy work would certainly come to naught, and thou wouldst be a loser. Nay, but serve Allah alone, and be of the thankful. And they honor not Allah with the honor due to him, and the whole earth will be in his grasp, and the whole earth will be in his grip on the day of resurrection, and the heavens rolled up in his right hand. Glory be to him, and highly exalted is he above what they associate. And the trumpet is blown, so all of those in the heavens and all those in the earth will swoon, except such as Allah please. Then it will be blown again, when lo, they stand up awaiting, and the earth beams with the light of its Lord, and the book is laid down, and the prophets and the witnesses are brought up, and judgment is given between them with justice, and they are not wronged. You know, the book of the self, and obviously the book of the revealed books are brought forth as a witness, and we would see that the book of nature You'll see reference to that sort of idea too. And every soul is paid back fully for what it did, and he knows best what they do. And those who disbelieve are driven to hell in companies, until when they come to it, its doors are opened, and the keepers of it say to them, Did not there come to you messengers from among you, reciting to you messages of your Lord, and warning you of the meeting of this day of yours? And they say, Yea, but the word of punishment prove true against the disbelievers. It is said, Enter the gates of hell to abide therein, so evil is the abode of the proud. And those who kept their duty to their Lord are conveyed to the garden companies, until when they come to it, and its doors are opened, and the keepers of it say to them, Peace be to you. You led pure lives, so enter it to abide. And they say, Praise be to Allah, who has made good to us his promise, and he has made us inherit the land. We abide in the garden where we please, so goodly is the reward of the workers. And thou seest the angels going round about the throne of power, glorifying their Lord with praise, and they are judged with justice, and it is said, Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Oh, I forgot that it says, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Yet another time. So there's 114 of those, but you can kind of reference that to saying the first chapter. And I guess it's time to share my dream from the 10th of Ramadan in the year 1440. I saw like slices of stained glass windows everywhere. I guess there was some red in the frames, but they weren't or in the space in between these triangular sort of slices, but it wasn't completely red. Yeah, I guess it dominated in blue, kind of a metallic sort of color, but a tinge of red in there. And the slices were like more of a light color, like a yellow or even a green. I don't remember quite. But would have been a dark green. I'm thinking more on the yellow side. But it wasn't like it was one color. But it was kind of like stained glass. The look of the place.